The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all love
real
the
life. Yeah, everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq said.
I think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
Could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me, similar with how Kenny played with the team. He came down, made sure I got my shots off first. Derek Fisher, we all remember the .04 shot. Rick Fox was a hustler to go out and play. Big Shot Bob.
Oh, wow.
Saved
One of
me
my
so
favorites,
many
too.
times.
So he's won both of our favorites.
Big Shot Bob saved me so many times. I would probably only have one without Big Shot Bob. And Nick Van Exel, even though me and Nick didn't win together, we had a great time.
Well, obviously, he said Big Shot. Hakeem, Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell. But one of my favorite of all time, Chucky Brown.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite teammate is Chucky Brown of all time.
You didn't say Otis Thorpe?
No, but Otis was cool.
Oh, my
but
God.
Chucky Brown was my favorite teammate of all time, man.
Guess who I would say my favorite teammates are?
Who's that? It's us? Oh, Ernie.
Really?
I thought you were going to say
Thanks,
another guy
Ernie.
who wasn't here.
I'm getting choked up a little bit. Thanks for joining us.
Need some tissue.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Wizards. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside you've got Ibaka and Canner. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Payton kicks to Vucevic. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Now here's Westbrook, and stolen by Gordon. One-on-one fast break. Here's Payton. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Orlando on D. Cantor kicks to Waiters. The shot is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke to Scott Skiles. Doris?
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X-factor for them. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Oladipo goes goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Now here's Waiters. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Oladipo against Westbrook. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. Here's the screen. Got a hand on it. Oladipo against Waiters. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. The feed to Durant. Back to Cantor. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Payton against Westbrook. Payton drives in. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, Kevin, it doesn't matter that he's one of the slower guys on the floor, especially when he gets that wide lane to the rim.
Ibaka, no luck.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Harris misses. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Durant with a wide open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Payton kicks to Oladipo. It's stolen by Ibaka. Left side Durant. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Vucevic. The 10-footer. It's rebounded by Durant.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Pass to Cantor. He feeds it to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Again, Oklahoma City.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Payton. Oladipo with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. Oladipo goes in. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Oladipo, good.
They think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him. They're mistaken.
The Thunder leading by 4. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Back to Westbrook. Shoots. It's hauled in by Harris.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
And the shot is good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in. Now off the inbound, and it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Gordon. And it's 6 points for Victor Oladipo. Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting, up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
The Magic trail by 9.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
And he gets it to go. The Thunder leading by 7. Adams outside. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Kicks it to Ibaka. From 6 feet. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Payton. Vucevic a screen on Westbrook. Payton drives in. The shot misses. Nice D from Durant.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Oladipo sets the screen for Harris. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Vucevic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Up top, Adams. Vucevic defending. Harris against Durant. And that's going to be a travel.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Coming off a terrific season. Tops in scoring, 2nd in steals, and of course he was also top 5 in assists. With his court vision, one of the league's premier playmakers.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Fry comes in for Aaron Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. And Harris wide open. He shoots, but they recover it. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Morrow, the pass to Collison. He kicks it to Augustine. Beyond the arc. No luck. The Magic go the other way with it. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
And in a conference game here, just a 2-game season series.
Yeah, you know, you want to make every game count. Take care of business and give yourself a chance to sweep.
Morrow, no good.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Ball stolen. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Thunder in fourth.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
The Magic trail by 7. Here's Ridenour. Out to the wing. Fournier for 3. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Here's Ridenour, following the score by Oklahoma City. And here's Fry from the arc. The putback slams it home for the putback.
Tell you what, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing this fella out than that.
No one between him and the hoop. You're right, Clark.
Yeah, and you don't want to be giving up guys putback slams. That's not the kind of play that could build confidence.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
That one is off.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
And the Magic making a change here. Green's checked in. No luck that time either. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
That's good from Ridenour. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
And he makes both free throws.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they did make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Now, here's Adams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Augustine, no luck.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And Luke Ridenour, the bucket on the assist from Green.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And it's Durant missing.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit of a miss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injury group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Ridnour kicks to Fournier inside. And Luke Ridnour again. Ridnour's got 6.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
They get the rebound. Adams. Durant just inside the line. Collison dishes to Augustine. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Augustine's got his second bucket.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
There's the screen. Fry passes to Fournier. Durant with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Collison's got the ball. Durant kicks to Augustine. Back to Durant. Shoots it. Good. And now it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Fournier. Hits the outside fadeaway. Fournier's got his first points of the game. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Thunder lead by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Thunder?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Canner, and it's Morrow in at the 3 slot. Here's Fournier, 9 points last game, 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. And it's Vucevic missing.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Here's Fournier. Pass to Green. Feeds to Payton. Gordon dishes to Fournier. The pass to Vucevic. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Vucevic has got 8 points. Oklahoma City leading by 9. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Waiters, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Payton. Fournier for 3. Waiters grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Fournier. He's covered by Westbrook. The wide open look here for Vucevic. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
Some changes. Tobias Harris comes in for Fournier, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Willie Green. Here are the Magic now. It's a 14-point game. Payton kicks to Oladipo. He dishes it to Gordon. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Here's Payton. The Thunder making the shot. Inside. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Vucevic with the block. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Payton. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Ibaka goes in. Dishes it to Westbrook. There's a screen by Cantor. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. The Magic trail by 12. Moving it up. Here's Harris. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Waiters. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Gordon's checked in for Elfrid Payton. And he's good on the second.
And talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic. Also his pregame film study, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Down low, here's Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gordon's got his first points in this one. Oklahoma City leading by 10.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
And Orlando has possession. Following the score by Oklahoma City, Harris kicks to Gordon. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Gordon missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
A shot's good from Westbrook. And here's Gordon. His last outing, he had 8 points. The dish now to Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got 12.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
They get it back. Thunder have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. From deep, Morrow. Ibaka right side. Back to Waiters. Passes it to Morrow. 5 on the clock. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Gordon. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Westbrook. It's tipped. Outside Gordon. The feed now to Oladipo. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Gordon dishes to Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Westbrook. Back to Gordon. Takes the 13-footer, and he hits the jump shot. Gordon's got 4 this quarter. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Edmonds checked in for Vucevic. Fry comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Oladipo. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Kevin Durant's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Waiters.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
Here's Augustine following the basket by Ben Gordon. Down low, cuts off the pass. Ridnour against Augustine. Fry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Another.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
On the wing, Harris. Defended by Durant. Harris misses. The Thunder leading by 8. Westbrook passes to Adams, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to the injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Well, for the Thunder, you're talking about they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
Good on the second free throw. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
The Magic trail by 9.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012. And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really, a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Now, here's Ridnour. He's got 6. Westbrook against Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Harris misses.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. He's off on the first. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And he sinks the second.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
Now, here's Ridnour. Off with the layup. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Adams, right side. Pass to Collison. Westbrook kicks to Augustine. Kept alive. Collison dishes to Adams, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Green, he's checked in for Ben Gordon. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Kicks to Adams, and he slams it one-handed. Ooh,
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Green, following the score by Oklahoma City. Shot to stop the drought. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Collison's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Augustine kicks to Westbrook. 20 feet out. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Green against Westbrook. And that one's good. Green's got his first 2 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Augustine against Ridenour. Outside Westbrook. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer Augustine. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 8th assist in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Fournier passes to Dedmon. And the layup is good after an Eyce lead pass.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Outside Westbrook. To the inside. It's stolen. Now, here's Ridenour. He's got 6. With the teardrop. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And so Fournier nails both of them. 7 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Durant for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And that does it for the first half of play. Oklahoma City out in front, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 11 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, front him, double him, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
The Magic trail by 14. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going. And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
6 to shoot. Westbrook, no good. And for the Magic, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Harris misses.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Durant, no good. Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional, ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound, so you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pumpkin.
That's a good point. And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by Orlando. Shot from 12, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Picked by Vucevic. Harris kicks to Vucevic. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Thunder leading by 10. Pass to Cantor. Outside Westbrook. Cantor with a screen on Oladipo. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And that's 11 points for Dion Waiters. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Cantor against Gordon. Payton left side. Now Harris. 8 feet away. And it's Durant with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Ibaka kicks to Waiters. Ibaka against Vucevic. Back to Waiters. Just 4 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Dion Waiters. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Minutes gone now in the third quarter. They set the pick. Here's Vucevic, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there. These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Oladipo outside. The shot misses. Ibaka with some nice D. And Waiters kicks to Durant. Waiters dishes to Ibaka. Outside Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Ibaka goes in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Now here is Harris. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you'll love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things. He understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Here is Durant. 17 points in the game. Up top, Canner. He feeds it to Waiters. Oladipo against Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Here's Ibaka, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Victor Oladipo. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Picked by Vucevic, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
And Westbrook, here we go. He kicks it to Durant. Feeds it to Ibaka. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harris misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now here's Durant. Durant drawing the double team. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
They had such a strong presence in the paint, just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Dion Waiters. The Magic trail by 16. Oladipo with the ball. He has 7, picked by Vucevic. Vucevic a screen on Westbrook. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in his game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5-tooler. I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well. I mean, he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass with his passing or his defense.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Orlando making a change here. Ridnour's checked in. The Magic trail by 15. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Gordon with the screen for Gordon. Off the pick. A second chance effort. And Durant sends it back. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Morrow. Morrow's got 3 assists tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Double team on Westbrook. Cantor, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, Greg, with his length, he doesn't have to go far to get to that
point.
rim.
And I tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
Here's Gordon. The Thunder making the shot. Vucevic setting the pick for Gordon. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Cantor. Oklahoma City leading by 17. At the top of the key, Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Back to Cantor. The 3 from Morrow. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Fry comes in for Aaron Gordon. Willie Green's checked in for Harris. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Luke Ridenour. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And talking about Anthony Morrow's development, he did it the hard way. Came in undrafted in his first pro start. 37 points. Remember that game? Most points ever by an undrafted player in his rookie year.
Yeah, it was amazing, that game. And, you know, the 2010-2011 season, he had the second highest three-point percentage in league history. I mean, he's been traded multiple times in his career, though, because he's still refining the rest of his game, wanting to be more than just a shooter. And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one. The Magic have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Gordon against Westbrook. Gordon kicks to Fournier. There's a good screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fry from 16 feet away. He cans it. Fry's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
For Orlando, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Clock at 6. And the pass to Fry. And the wide open shot from Green. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got 5 now.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Double team on Westbrook. Drive by Adams. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. And the Thunder lead by 21. Westbrook against Gordon. They set the pick. Here's Fournier. They kick it out to Green. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Fry. Tries again. Dedmon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. The Magic have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And that one misses. Alfred Payton, he's checked in for Gordon. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. DJ Augustine's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game. Lets it go from the wing. Collison kicks to Adams. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Pretty pass. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Payton. Outside, Green. Back to Payton. Here's the screen. Dishes it to Dedmon. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. The Thunder leading by 23. Augustine up top, covered by Payton. Augustine passes to Collison. Durant against Green. 4 on the shot clock. And Durant, here we go. Here's Adams, and it's blocked. They retain possession. To the wing right side. Payton against Augustine. Durant for 3. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Payton against Augustine. Payton outside. To end the run. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Oklahoma City's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Durant kicks to Adams. Back to Durant. Over to the left wing. Now the dish to Morrow. A look from Durant. No good on that last second attempt there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Thunder running away with it. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Yeah. Eyce. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Eyce.
Let's take them back.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Oklahoma City shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. So for Oklahoma City right now, Nenad Kristich is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Roberson. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Singler in at the small forward. Here's Kristich. Missed inside. Harkless dishes to Ridnour.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Ridnour's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
Players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
And that one's good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer Augustine. But they'll get another chance. On the wing, Singler. Passes to Augustine. The feed to Kristich. with 1 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Here's Kristich. Collison inside. He's guarded by Ridnour. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Luke Ridnour picks one up. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Great open look there.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Kicks to Kristich. Singler outside.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And here is Ridnour inside. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Luke Ridnour. And that's 20 points for Vucevic.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here is Augustine. And stolen by Gordon. One-on-one here. Here's Harkless. The Thunder pull it in. Now here is Augustine. Pass to Collison. Here's Kristich. Vucevic defending. And Augustine kicks to Singler. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Roberson. Goes up on the wing. And again, it's Oklahoma City. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Ridenour. No good. Great D that time from Collison. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Kristich kicks to Augustine. And it's off from three-point range. So it's Orlando now. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Pushing it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Now Augustine after the missed 3 from Gordon. Now Augustine. He feeds it to Roberson. He kicks to Singler. There's the pass to Kristich. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. The Magic shooting the ball at 42%. Ridenour up top. Guarded by Augustine. Ridenour, that's good.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Augustine with it. Roberson the pass to Kristich. Feeds to Augustine. Harkless with the steal. He dishes it to Ridenour from 11 feet away. Got a piece of it.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
And so he makes both from the line.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by A.C. Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Now here's Gordon, following the miss by Kyle Singler. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Collison kicks to Kristich. And now Orlando on the break. Good on the shot.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was a leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
Ben Gordon on the wing. Vucevic is screen on Singler. but they'll get another chance. Ridnour kicks to Vucevic. No good. Great D that time from Collison. Singler for three, and he gets the bucket.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Ridnour, that's good.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
The Thunder have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. It's tipped. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here is Ridnour. Rejected by Collison. And he's able to get it back. Harkless dishes to Gordon. Six on the shot clock. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Here's Kristich. Roberson. No good on the triple. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Magic. Green comes in for Harkless. The Thunder also changing it up. Steven Adams comes in for Nenad Kristich. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Roberson. Oklahoma City has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Collison, the pass to Morrow. And that one goes long. The Magic shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Ridnour, that's good.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Morrow has it in the corner. Dishes to Singler. Three-pointer Augustine. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 3 assists tonight.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Ridnour kicks to Gordon. There's the dish to Ridnour. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. That is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the Magic pick up 2. Augustine dishes to Singler. To the inside. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3 seconds.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national sport has become a global sport in a relatively short time. I think that'll continue to be the case as a larger international presence moves forward.
Now, here's Ridnour.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Durant. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Morrow. The Magic getting the bucket, and that one's good.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Now, here's Green. Here's the screen. Ridenour's shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And here's Augustine. Fires at the elbow. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously your ability to attack on offense is such a key for your team. How do you decide when to go to the hoop and when to pass the ball?
I never know, man. I have to see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Russell, thank you. Kevin, he does it brilliantly.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there. From an offensive standpoint, there isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.